Alright, so here's battle number 2. This is gonna be against my boy, Joey. Oh yeah. So, this is the Pokedex Roulette battle, and I'm gonna get a Giraffe Rig lead, and he's gonna get a Ninetales lead. Now, what's funny about this is that his Ninetales is kind of fucked up. I say that because he has no attacks on it. And because that's the case, he has to struggle. So this really becomes the most awkward beginning of the battle I've had in probably ever. So I'm gonna go to Gardevoir, knowing that he's gonna, I guess, stay in and go for struggle again. And once he knocks himself out with the struggle, I can kind of scout what he brings in. And because this Gardevoir is Choice Scarfed, I can either trick the switch in or I can just attack it with one of my moves. So I guess it really doesn't matter, but he does bring in a Magnemite, and he's gonna switch in Zubat, and I'm gonna go with the trick. I guess I didn't expect him to predict that, but I guess he did. And yeah, his Zubat has a Choice Scarf too, so I'm like, what? No, are you kidding me? You actually had a Choice Scarf Zubat prepared for this kind of situation. So he's gonna switch to Magnemite, predicting the Psychic, which I do go for. I mean, I could have went for the trick again, but you know, it'd be kind of pointless because I really didn't want him just taking me out, right? Because the Zubat actually has Brave Bird, so I don't want to take a hit. But I do take out that Magnemite, and in comes this freaking Grotto, and Eviolite Grotto is freaking beast, man. Like, look at that. That's max special attack, timid nature. I know I'm not running Modest, but still, even with Modest, it's not gonna do all that much, which is like disappointing. But right here, I think this is kind of a misplay on his part. Like, he goes for the Protect. I would have went for Stealth Rock, which you'll see later on that he has. But I bring in Excelgo for free, no damage or anything yet. So in comes the Roselia, and I'm like, yeah, you would get a Roselia against me, no doubt. But you know, takes the Hidden Power Ice, I believe. I think I'm running Hidden Power Ice. I'm running Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. 4 attacks, just because I can. I don't know, but yeah, just taking those hits like all day, and you're gonna see in a few moments that, I don't know, like, it's just really that bulky, and to my disappointment, it doesn't kill, and it goes for the rest. Oh my god. Really? Rest? God. You know, at the time of this battle, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Like, mine doesn't even have rest. I didn't even think about that, but then again, I guess I kind of had a reason not to put rest on it. But I'm gonna bring back in my Giraffe here, just to pretty much go for the, I don't know, I think I just went for the Psychic? I don't remember. Wait, I think I switched. Yeah, he brings in the Zubat, goes for the Brave Bird, and I take him out with the Psychic. Yeah, that's it. And he's pretty much gonna go down, so 2 of his NFPs already died, and I just had to kill like a bajillion more of them or something. Now, in comes the Grotto, and I believe this turn he's gonna go for the Stealth Rock. But you know, it's kind of late to get them up. I do have a Pokemon that's weak to it, but he actually could have gotten it up when I was switching in my Excelgor. So, you know, it's just one of those oversight things, I guess. I have no idea. So, in comes the Roselia again. I'm just gonna go for another Psychic. I know that, you know, it's just gonna live it because freaking bulky with Eviolite. And Giga Drain's gonna take on my Giraffe, so that really sucks. But you know, that's just one of those. It's just one of those days where, you know, you have to let them go, you know. But I do have my Whales though, my Whalmer, and I'm gonna go for the Self-Destruct. Now, I went for Self-Destruct over Blizzard. I was not sure if Blizzard could kill from this range, because my Pokemon's unevolved. It doesn't have the special attacking prowess that Wailord does. And, you know, Explosion just gonna attack the frailer physical defense that Roselia carries. So, I know that would kill, but I had to fodder out my Wilmer without it doing anything else. So, that kinda sucks, but, you know, it's just one of those things. One of those things, and I know I've been saying that a lot, but it really is one of those things. But in comes Miltank, and I have a bulky Flareon, and I'm gonna go with the Toxic. He's going for Curses, so yeah, that kind of sucks, cause yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get swept, but I do get the toss off. So if he doesn't have the heal bell, I'm set because I could just toxic stall him out. So I go to Gengar just to block a normal type move if he has it, but he goes for the heal bell, and I'm like, oh no, are you kidding me? You got a freaking heal bell too. God damn it. So at this point I'm thinking, alright, I just hope that I can kill this Miltank with Focus Blast or something. I mean, if my Gengar dies, then I'm pretty much screwed. So I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast, and it kills actually. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, and that's gonna be the end of match 2. Yeah, GG Joey. My goodness. I guess it's one of those few instances where I actually beat Joey, but you know, that doesn't count because it's a Pokédex roulette. So, without further ado though, let's get into the third and final battle of the special. This one's gonna be OU UU mixed tier battle thing I had against Sablera from Smogon. So, anyways, I believe he's gonna lead with the Chandelure, Hariyama, and Meloetta. I'm gonna lead with my Azelf, Mismagius, and Registeel. Yeah, right off the bat, I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball with my Mismagius, predicting him maybe to, you know, stay in or something. I don't know, but he goes to Meloetta, which will block the Shadow Ball because it's a normal type, normal Psychic type. I believe besides Girafarig, Meloetta is the only other Pokemon with that type, so it really did help there because he just went for the U-turn, got the hell out, and then brings in a Whimsicott. Now, I know this thing's going to probably Leech Seed or Taunt or whatever these things like to do to annoy people. So, whatever he wanted to do, I'm just going to go for the U-turn. If he taunts, I can just get out, and then if he goes for the sub, I can break it. So, it's kind of a win-win because Whimsicott isn't going to be able to do much to my Azelf in this case. But it just barely lives that hit, so I'm like, really? That really sucks because, you know, if I just killed it, you know, it wouldn't have caused me some minor annoyances later in the game. But, yeah, it's just one of those things. Now, I do rotate into my Mismagius thinking that his Hariyama is going to switch in and go for the Fake Out, because, you know, that's what most of these Flame Warp sets have. But he goes right for the knockoff, which kind of sucks because now my Mismagius isn't going to be able to heal HP back. And that is actually my bulky Mismagius. Max HP, max speed. The max speed is there to just let it outpace a lot of stuff and then, you know, just taunt them and wear them down with Will-O-Wisp. So that kind of sucks. I don't really get to use her this game. But I am going to go to my Machamp, go for the Dynamic Punch, and, you know, get a Confusion Hacks. But he doesn't get confused, and he does get the payback off. But due to the burn, he's going to die on the next turn whenever he decides to attack again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate in my Registeel. I know it's kind of weird me using a Registeel in rotation. I kind of recommend that you don't bring a Registeel to rotation. Mainly because stuff like that, you know, he can't do all that much damage. But like what he does in this battle though, it just kind of makes up for the fact that, you know, it's a Registeel in a rotation. Wow, voice crack. But he's going to bring his Salamence. He's going to go for the Dragon Claw, predicting me to rotate out or switch out. But I know I could live one hit, so I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave. And considering that I got the Thunder Wave on the Salamence, now that it's pretty much crippled, because now anything I have can outpace it. Unfortunately, though, Leech Seed is going to be draining my Registeel out, and it's going to be giving Salamence health back because he's still on the field. Even when you rotate, the Leech Seed isn't going to go away. The only way it goes away is if you switch out. So that kind of sucks. And here, I thought he would go to his Chandelure or his Hariyama. So I went to Mismagius and went for the Shadow Ball. But he stays in with Salamence and goes for another Dragon Claw. I guess he knew that I would rotate because of Leech Seed racking up and I wouldn't want to keep staying in with my Registeel anyways. But right now, I'm going to go to my Keldeo, my MVP. And, well, there's actually something ironic about his nickname at the moment. So, I'm going to go to Machamp. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch. I expected him to not rotate. But he does rotate into his Chandelure, and that actually kind of sucks because he's resistant, and I don't get the freeze hacks on him either. But Registeel is going to live this Fire Blast and get the T-Wave off, which is amazing because now there's pretty much 3 crippled Pokemon on the opponent's field right now. A burned Hariyama, a paralyzed Chandelure, and Salamence. And yeah, Registeel is going to die to the Leech Seed, but he did his job. He crippled 2 major threats at the moment, so That's awesome. So I'm going to bring in my own Salamence just to get the Intimidate off, which is useless on Chandelure, but I'm going to go to my rotate. I'm going to rotate. Wow. Can I I was so close to saying switching out because I'm not used to this kind of thing. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Dark because I know I didn't want to miss the Hydro Pump. I should have had Surf on this, but I think I ran Hydro Pump because of the set that this is running. But yeah, I'm running Hydro Pump and not Surf, and Surf would have helped in this case because I would not have had that crit happen to me, even though I wouldn't expect a crit to happen in the first place. So I'm going to go for the Ice Punch. Actually, I do kill. My bad. I do kill the Chandelure. Now, I believe he has Meloetta, Salamence, and Hariyama on the field. Actually, he has one other poke left besides these three. But he goes to Meloetta, goes for the Hidden Power. I'm not sure what kind it is, but I'm guessing, I don't know. I guess he predicted me to rotate out, fearing the Psychic Stab move. But, you know, I kind of had a feeling he would try to overpredict at this point because I know Machamp would be kind of something I would want to keep around, right? And technically, I kind of did think about rotating out. But at the same time, I don't know. He's like really low on HP and there's not much else he can do. But in goes this Chansey, and he's going to rotate into his Salamence. Now, what's good about this is I can get the Dynamic Punch hit on anything he has. I can kill the Chansey, kill the Hariyama, or get the Confusion Hacks on Salamence, which I do get here, I believe. No, wait, he gets paralyzed. I get the Paralysis Hacks, which is nice, because now he isn't going to be able to do anything back to me. So I'm going to take out the Salamence with an Ice Punch. And yeah, pretty much after this, I'm going to take out his Hariyama and his Chansey. So yeah, what a crazy, kind of hacksy game. But you know, that's just one of those, it's just one of those things, you know, hacks happens. And you know what happens with hacks. Well, if it was a Haxorus, that'd be a different story, but, you know, jokes aside, that's pretty much going to be the end of the game. Going to punch that Chansey in the face, you know, with an Atlas Punch. And yeah, that is going to be the end of the match. So, my goodness, man, I'm surprised I'm not like tired, but I don't know. I thought it would be tired, but then again, I don't know. I guess I just had a lot of energy for this one. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of my subscriber special, and I've been meaning to get this up for a long time, guys. So sorry about the long wait, and yeah, let me know what you think of the layout and the battles and stuff like that. As I mentioned before, this is going to be split into 2 parts. So this will be part 2, the match with Joey and Sablera from Smogon. This is going to be the second part, and then the one with Elo is going to be part 1. So yeah, if you like these battles, leave a thumbs up if you wish, you know, spread the word to everybody, let them know that I hit 3K. Well, actually, people already knew that, but let them know that I have finally got my special up. So, yeah, until next time, though, I'll see you guys in another Wi-Fi battle or just whatever I upload next. So, yeah, see you guys later. Peace!